Welcome back to the NASCAR Melling series. Yes, that's right, Melling series, WesternCaves Sports Network, race 19 of 32. And we are at Indianapolis Raceway Park for the St. Elmo Steak House 250. We got a pretty good race for you today. It almost looks like Kansas or Homestead maybe right down there. Anyway. Nice car on the start. Nice wall graphic right here. I just want you to look at that. Just look at that. Oh. Okay. That's not as loud as there we go. Okay. So I can okay. Anyway, ignore that. What we are ignoring is the fact that we got to go through our starting lineup. Knuckles on pole. Ooh, he's going to start next to Haywood Banks. That was trippy. Whoop. Rod Stewart could definitely turn around and start next to Patrick Starr. Bob Seeger and Jim Kirk. Sammy Hagar, another guy having not a good year. And Franklin Clinton, a lot of people you don't usually see in contention for the race up here. Stallone and Wee Man. What a winless drivers, I should say. Amelia Earhart and Leonard McCoy. Jack Nicholson and Ferris Bueller, your points leader. Only one driver within a race. He's a little bit farther back. John Cleese and Eddie Money. Then Ward Gordon and Tim Foster, Amy Schumer, and Alan Rickman. Then there's Marty McFly and Sir Top Matt. Second in points, Logan Cloud. Starting 23rd, alongside third in points, Bob Dylan. Benedict Cumberbatch line up next to Mitch Hedberg. Then Starlight Glimmer and Emerald Lagasse. And then KG will start next to Ringo. Stephen King will start next to Pete Townsend, then Anthony Perkins and David Land. The Fonz will line up next to John Goodman. Robbie Krieger will line up next to Stephen Hawking. Wow. And Wario will line up at the end of the field. No, that is not a teammate. I had to think if that was a teammate. Next to Ann Wilson. So yeah, John Goodman's fourth in points, by the way. Cloud is Claude Bay. He was the points leader, and then he fell to like nearly 2 whole races back because then the Atlanta race got delayed. So starting at Gateway, just a terrible stretch. Just awful through the end of April and throughout the entirety of May, beginning of June as well. Like the first weekend in June. And then starting the next weekend, actually might not have been the next weekend after that. Because I think the first June race was, well, yeah, because I think there would have been next weekend was a weekend off. So I think the weekend after that, and I have no idea where Melling was at. It was a night race somewhere. It wasn't like Richmond was. It was wherever they went to the same weekend they went to Michigan, I think. I think it might have been Kentucky. It might have been. I think it was Kentucky. And so he's parlayed that into a win. Yes, a win. Last time I believe. Yes, the last time the series was out on track, I believe. Yes. Was it last weekend? Was it 2 weeks? I don't remember. Really recently at Dover, Logan Cloud picked up his first win on an oval as we go trackside for command.
Drivers, start your engines.
First lady. So he's climbed back to 106 points, if I have done my math correctly. As we get rolling, 40 cars taking to the grid here for the St. Elmo Steak House 250. Not even the most prestigious race this weekend. Obviously, the Stuart Fountain Classics Brickyard 400 is tomorrow. That, of course, is at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, one of the greenest racetracks in the world. As suddenly testificate noises suddenly take over the broadcast booth suddenly. 40 cars rounding turn 3 out of turn 4. They'll accelerate to the green flag as the St. Elmo Steak House 200 is underway here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. This time it's the inside that proves advantageous on the start. Knuckles out front. No wreck in the back early on. Or in the opening lap. Knuckles running away from factory Alliance mate Haywood Banks. Patrick Starr running third as a Chevrolet 1, 2, 3. And a pair of Rush Fender Racing Fords. Trying now, they're side by side. Seeger looking for grip on the outside, which was the place to be earlier this evening. As you could see when he shot forward, but it looks like the inside might have gotten rubbered in. Yes, it's a weird thing, the inside has the rubber in. Meanwhile, Ferris Bueller's on the move. He's up to 12th. He's wasting no time. He knows that 94 is coming hard. And by coming hard, I mean he actually has to gain a spot. Bueller now to the outside of Jack Nicholson. No yellow in the first 4 laps here. It's slightly surprising. Here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Yeah, the inside definitely being in the better line here tonight. Foster back in 18th. Oh, an aggressive move by your points leader, Ferris Bueller. Face of possibly losing 13th out. He made an aggressive move. Now he's going to get 12th back. Cloud's running 22nd. He's trying to get around to Marty McFly in the 42. I forgot he had a Target sponsored car. It's Bob Dylan making a peek, but Starlight Glimmer's right there to keep the 60 in check. Not the Czech Republic either. Side by side for 12th. Side by side for 5th. The top 4 are gone. 4.5 seconds back. Over 5. No, it's 5 seconds back is this battle. Knuckles already pulling out over a second lead on Haywood Banks. And it's, believe it or not, it's only been 8 laps. Never mind. Haywood Banks closed it in. Patrick Starr trying to hold off Bob Seeger. Ferris Bueller struggling to gain any ground. Now Sir Topham Hatt is the outside starting to rubber in again. I think it is. Because Cloud's back to 23rd. He's hounded by his own employee. That's the 98. Yeah, up front. Bob Seeger going to the outside of the 24. No, now he's trying to the inside. No, at the outside. Cloud now going to try the outside line. He figures, well, the inside's not getting me the greatest amount of grip. Let's try up high and see if that's working any better. It looks like it sure isn't, as he's fallen to 24th. He's about to lose 25th. And they are 3 wide. They wreck in front of them. And he does not, he avoids all of that. Wow. Ringo Starr dented up. I'd like to talk to you slags about dented fender. David Land torn up. Marty McFly. Oh, Wario, what are you doing? Starlight Glimmer just held the heck right up. Somebody's on pit road. It is the 32 of James Tiberius Kirk. Emerald. It's the pit road. Ringo Starr, Stephen King, David Land, Wario dives in. So there's what happened. McFly got out. No, Bueller was in the wall. He got... John Cleese, the third straight... No, not third. No, maybe it's third straight. No, we were at Atlanta last week. That's right. Oh, that could be a penalty for the driver of the 4. Aggressive driving. I believe that is 3 races in a row, but here's the thing. Bueller didn't end up causing the caution. It was McFly. It's a weird pop-up crash. The 74 just overdrove it in the 17 and popped up the 42. Oh, more cars come in. Tim Foster, Amelia Earhart, Sylvester Stallone. All coming in. The 8 already came in. That was your leader. Several rounds of pit stops. Interesting strategy. I wonder if this is right on the edge. Somebody was smoking there. No, nobody was smoking. I was just blind. Patrick Starr now led. This is... The running order is all wobbled up. Patrick Starr, your leader. Bob Seeger, second. Sammy Hagar, Rod Stewart, Franklin Clinton, Jack Nicholson, Wee Man, Alan Rickman, John Cleese, Ward Gordon, your top 10. And then look at this. 11th is Ferris Bueller. 12th is Logan Cloud. Oh! The raisins are being implied here tonight. Benedict Cumberbatch 13th. Hedberg 14th. There's Wario. Robbie Krieger 15th. The Fonz 16th. Stephen Hawking, Ann Wilson, Amy Schumer, Starlight Glimmer, your top 20 hours. They're like Knuckles is 23rd. Haywood Banks is back in 24th. Bob Dylan back in 30th. Pace car down. 10 comes in. The 25 of Anthony Perkins is out with a gearbox issue, and Wario is 2 laps down, and we are back green on lap 18 here in the St. Elmo Steak House. 250. Oh, now this is interesting. Wario's kind of slow on the inside. And Logan Cloud already with designs to start chipping away at the points lead, but to do that, he's first got to pass the 41. And at the moment, he's got to be a little bit more preoccupied with a Cumberbatch of the Benedict variety, as that 18 is all over the high line. No, Cumberbatch is more worried about Mitch and the Sitch in the situation. That is Emerald and David Land nearly running into each other on pit road, as Ward Gordon now is going to have to hold off. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch just almost sent Cloud into the wall. Top three have easily gotten by. That is Patrick Starr, Bob Seeger, and now Sammy Hagar, as Franklin Clinton tried to dive. A big crash right in front of the points leaders. Oh, it's a bigger crash. Haywood Banks, there's your pole sitter. Knuckles is in it. Ow! Robbie Krieger is destroyed. Bob Dylan trying to avoid. Oh! What an implorazing crash. Another driver smoking. Jim Kirk, the Toyota motor is bust. Some drivers only went for a splash left sides as the leaders. Yeah, everybody is pitting. Cloud now in the top 10 because of this, along with Ferris Bueller. That's actually bad because that's an additional point Cloud would be seeing. Nobody's staying out that's on the lead lap, which means we got a great view. This is a great pit road cam. You see the rights down on the 24. Do they go up? Yep, there they go up. Here comes Rod Stewart, who comes in right in front. Oh! Bob Seeger with... Oh, he's gonna get turned! Sammy Hagar wins the race off pit road. Oh, did you see that? Oh my gosh, not a good stop for Cloud compared to Bueller. Bob Seeger was gonna win the race off pit road. Oh, it might have been paid. He came out, he dinked the 29, so the 29 just drills him. Oh! Oh, that's retaliation if I've ever seen it. Cloud now 3 spots behind. Okay. The way they looked like they were floating for a second. Yeah, that sure looks like you're floating. This race has been something else. Who turned? Oh yeah, not Cleese. Cleese was an innocent bystander for once. Jack Nicholson hooks the 16 into the wall. They come down. That's Robbie Krieger gets some damage there. Jim Kirk, Haywood Banks, Knuckles the Echidna, Leonard McCoy, KG, Tip Foster's into it. What a shame. What a shame. So many good cars torn up, even on pit road. Robbie Krieger is pulled out of the event. Jack Nicholson has retired from the race. Jim Kirk, his chances of winning are dead. Oh! What happened? Patrick Starr! Did he run out of gas or something? No, a tire went down. You're gonna go back to green with what? Something. Oh, Lord. Sammy Hagar is your leader. Amelia Earhart, John Cleese, Ward Gordon, Franklin Clinton, Alan Rickman, Bob Seeger, Wee Man, Leonard McCoy, Ferris Bueller. Leonard McCoy was in the accident. Nettie Money, Pete Townsend, Logan Cloud, Benedict Cumberbatch, Stephen Hawking, Tim Foster, Starlight Glimmer, Sylvester Stallone, and Wilson, and the Fonz as we're back green. But the top 3 drivers that hit the stripe are all fighting for position, I believe. No? Yes? No. 2 of them are. Another one is a lap down. As we have a mess. And look at Clouds already to the inside of Ferris Bueller. Impla Raisins. All 3 wide. John Cleese making some moves that are aggressive. And you know what they say about aggressive? Goes around. Patrick Starr back out on the racetrack. Haywood Banks back into the pits. Emerald Lagasse and David Landau are back on the lead lap at the moment. And Amelia Earhart back into the lead. John Cleese in the second. But here's the battle we are very interested in watching, and that is the battle for the points lead. How much can Cloud reel in Ferris Bueller, points-wise? He can only start reeling him in once he passes him and starts passing cars. As long as Ferris Bueller, this 41, this damaged 41, I should say. I don't know what happened, but he got some damage somewhere. Might have been on the restart. It was in the wall on the restart. As long as he stays ahead of the 94, he is doing what he needs to win this championship. That's a weird thing to say, considering there's still 13 races after this one. Or is it 14? I don't remember. Yeah, it's 14. Back out front, Amelia Earhart in the lead. John Cleese closing the gap. Let's go. Oh, I was about to say, I thought Haywood Banks might have been in a perpetual cycle of going down pit road. Why did he just take a splash of fuel and then... Why did he take damage and then a splash and then tires? Why didn't he just do it all at once? Side by side for the race lead as they come off of 4. John Cleese, Mr. Aggressive, back in the, is going to take the race lead. Ward Gordon 3rd. Wario is 5th. And Ferris Bueller is fighting for 10th with Wee Man. As Cloud's trying to hold on to 12th from Pete Townsend. A graduate. Oh, another car. No, it's the 29 back into the pits pointlessly. And Marty McFly is off pace. Heard he dropped the cylinder head, maybe? That is not the line it takes through turn 1. It's not slowing down to 55 and cutting through the grass. Maybe it's every other lap that Haywood Banks seems obligated to come down. He can't even set a fast lap. What a numpty. Now Cloud and Bueller both going to try the outside line, which is getting slightly more rubbered in. Bueller easily around the 26. Oh, Cloud's got teeth on the outside, and he's going for the 26 now. Oh, Cumberbatch nearly in the back of his fellow 2019 Kellogg's Truck Series competitor, Pete Townsend. Cloud definitely having a hard time getting around this 26. He's getting, the 59 is giving him a hard time as well. Oh, Cloud's got teeth. They're side by side at the line. It was Wee Man. Cloud wants to be clear of this 26 because he is doing nothing but falling behind the 41. Cloud wants a much faster lap. And he is finally clear, as now Ferris Bueller trying to the inside of Bob Seeger. Bullet Bob Seeger. Not to be confused with Bullet Bob Hayes. Fastest man on Earth, fastest man on Earth. Bob Seeger is clearly not the fastest man on Earth because Ferris Bueller just passed him. Oh, Bob Seeger. Now Bob Seeger under fire from fellow Michigan native Logan Cloud. Cloud calls the Jackson area home, while Seeger hails from Ann Arbor. Just about a half hour to the east along I-94. Wonder if that's why Cloud's in the 94. Bueller now trying to work on Eddie Money. As, oh, Ferris Bueller now. Not Ferris Bueller. Haywood Banks, what are you doing? Besides being a lapped car. He's 6 laps down, so he's gonna likely finish in 35th. So we are past halfway. Here in St. Elmo Steak House 215. Cloud trying to get around Bob Seeger to the inside, and it's going to allow Wee Man to come back at him. Oh, Wee Man nearly punted the 94. Cloud might getting by the 9. He's got to get by the 38 as well, who is right there. Try and fix some more damage on that car because that hood is very much inconvenient, dangerous looking. And now the 12 and the 6 are in the thick of things. As the top 4 drivers all under a blanket. 5th place. 5 seconds down the road. Cloud now getting by the 36. Next car is the 41. But the 40, Ferris Bueller has his own plans, and they involve passing 2018 winner at IRP, Stephen Hawking. Cloud's plans include losing a spot to frickin' Eddie Money because of course that's what would happen. Because Logan Cloud, as we know time and time again, cannot have nice things. Franklin Clinton has moved up into the 3rd spot. Sworn he had BB&T colors earlier in this race, but okay. That would be very impressive if he could indeed swap schemes mid-race. Amelia Earhart tries to get back in the lead from John Cleese. Franklin Clinton working on his best run, I think, this season. I know he's never won a race. So the question is, has he gotten the 2nd before? Wario 5th. Leonard McCoy. No. There's your battle for 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh, Eddie Money. Bob Seeger's fallen off. Now, the 41 to 94 are also trying to get around. Oh, there's the guy you hate to see. It's the 29! What are you doing? Well, he nearly just oh my lord. That could be a penalty. What is the 29 doing? He's getting in the way! You should just park it. Really. Bueller managed to get around Alan Rickman because of that, but he nearly... Get around Alan Rickman, I should say, but nearly lost... Nearly got passed by the 94 because of that. That's what I'm... His last 7 stops now have been without any service. So you can see he just comes back up onto the tracks in very inconvenient spots, nearly causing accidents, and he's being slow. You can't even tell what his speed is because he doesn't... Oh, 2 cars in the wall. Oh, the 94 is one of them. The 9 is another. Big implications. Oh! Seeger put Cloud in the wall, and Cloud just lost 2 spots because of that. Maybe 1, maybe 2. He's fighting to get one of those 2 spots back. But he's going to lose ground on Ferris Bueller for sure now. Somebody should just drill that 29, to be honest, and put him in the wall. It's not something I want to say. Anyway, Ferris Bueller now in the 6th place. Cloud's now got some damage, so he lost that advantage he had over the 41, but he does get around the 59. Hagar trying to hang tough on the outside. Now, look at this. It's a 3-car battle for the lead. Franklin Clinton had taken the lead for a lap. Now John Cleese getting it back. Clinton under fire for second by the number 7. 4, 2, 7, and 46 your running order at the moment. Franklin Clinton, John Cleese, they've never won. Amelia Earhart and Ward Gordon have. Gordon is having a terrible season, and Amelia Earhart as well. Amelia Earhart. John Cleese has been aggressive, very aggressive, with 20 laps to go over the past 2 weeks. He nearly caused a 3rd accident today that would almost... The officials are going to take a look at that. He is going to get called back to the hauler, and they might offer him, give him a penalty. Or, I would say, though, if he had actually been probably on probation for the next few races for sure. And if he causes an accident, then, well, they're really slow, really slow. They're slowing up for the yellow flag. Logan Cloud's coming down pit road. What happened to the 94? He got dumped by the 59. Championship implications. He just got flat out dumped. Oh, heartbreak for that crew. He's probably... Yeah, he's a lap down because of it. He was in the top 10, and he's going to be a lap down because of a dirty move by Pete Townsend. That's the second time this race that somebody tried to dump him. So there he is, in 31st spot, hoping everybody is going to run out of fuel here at the end of the race. Kinda doubting that, although they might. He's hoping we see some stupidity. John Cleese, Franklin Clinton, Amelia Earhart, Ward Gordon, Leonard McCoy, Ferris Bueller, Alan Rickman, Sammy Hagar, Tim Foster, and Eddie Money, the top 10. As Cloud will, as they run, he would definitely fall over a whole race behind. I guarantee it. So we get down to the final 15 laps of this one. Cloud honestly should not have pit when he did. He should have waited a lap or two. To catch up to the end of the field. And he should have probably bolted on fresh tires and a splash of fuel to be safe. 4 fresh tires would have gone far. Instead, he repaired damage only. Meanwhile, the 12 taking right sides and a splash of fuel. I don't know where he was. Oh, well, he didn't lose anything. I mean, it probably won't help him since he's got damage, but that's the strategy that Cloud should have done. Because 22.8s, these guys have been running 23.9s, 24.1s, so that'd be a whole second you'd be shaving off. We're going to go green with 13 laps to go here in the St. Elmo Steak House 250. St. Elmo Steak House, not Elmo's. And not St. Elmo's Fire. Cloud, well, he got it. Now he's going to line up in front of the 41, but not the way he wanted to. He did not want to do it 2 spots ahead and 1 spot to the and to the inside row. The inside column, actually. Lane. Another car pitting. It's the 29. Oh my god, look at this. Well, he tried to get us out of steam. Anyway, back at the front, Cleese easily escapes away. Clinton as well. Ferris Bueller on the back bumper of the 94. Cloud, of course, just hoping we have a bunch of attrition. Bob Dylan really nowhere to be seen. John Goodman, not really doing terribly hot. New 3rd place is Amelia Earhart. Ferris Bueller trying to take 4th from the Gordon of the Ward variety. The 29 actually takes tires one of his times. He's back on a racetrack into a knot of traffic. We go 10 laps to go. John Cleese leads. Ferris Bueller about a half a second behind. Another 2.5 seconds back down the road is the 46. And then the 7, Ward Gordon. Battle for 5th. Ferris Bueller to the inside in the 41. The inverse number 14, Leonard McCoy to the outside. Those two Chargers trying to settle it out. Meanwhile, Cleese extends his advantage to over a whole second. 8 laps to go for John Cleese. And second and a half, that car is damaged. A damaged car is going to win this race, it looks like. He's going to win it going away, it looks like. Nearly 2 seconds now. It looks like Clinton has had a better lap, though. No, it was not better. Battle for third heating up. Leonard McCoy to fifth. 5 laps to go in the St. Elmo Steak House 200. John Cleese trying to hold on. Well, I mean, he is definitely holding on. Ferris Bueller trying to take is going to take a commanding points lead. Some drivers watching the gauges probably had enough cautions that nobody needs to pit here at the end of the race, but in these NASCAR Melling Series events, you just never know. Like how I don't know how John Cleese has jumped out to over 2 seconds ahead of second and over 6 seconds ahead of third place, Amelia Earhart. 3 laps to go for John Cleese as he's going to round turn 1, round turn 2, now down the backside of the circuit. He's into turn 3, running around the middle of the track, around 90 miles an hour. Slides up off of 4 onto the seam, 2 to go. A lot of jostling for spots farther back. Battle for fourth now heating up. '14 all over the back bumper of the 7. White flag for John Cleese as Haywood Banks pits yet another time. David Land's going to come on in. So is Sir Topomat. I don't know if anybody towards the back of the front of the field is. John Cleese certainly isn't. And he's going to win. He wins this one. Going. Caution is out. We're going to have to look and see what brought the caution out at the checkered flag. Well, Cloud's going to get a top 30 at least. That is a weird time for the caution flag to come out. Oh! Ringo got dumped by the pole sitter, Knuckles the Echidna. And John Cleese is finally a winner. Very controversial race. As there you see the results. There it is, John Cleese, your winner here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We are recording, thank goodness. Ferris Bueller takes a points lead. Well, I mean, he had it. He takes over a full race ahead of his nearest competitor. 180 points. Bob Dylan, the only other driver. No, yeah. Cloud's the only driver within 2 races. As Bueller gets his 12th top 10 of the year. Bob Dylan only 3 top 10s and is 3rd in points. What are you doing? Wario got up to 100 laps led last time out. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, okay. Hedberg moves up a couple of spots. Haywood Banks, I think, might be retiring at the end of this season. A messy race in points for so many drivers. Robbie Krieger lost 7 of the 10 spots he gained last week. Bob Seeger gained back 6 of the 7 he lost last time out, on the other hand. Marty McFly has just fallen. 18 spots in 4 races. The 41 and 94 duking it out for the championship. A very heavy blow dealt to the 94. Who's now sitting about where he was back at Daytona, but he's Bueller over 2 races ahead of everybody else. How will that fare next weekend at Iowa? We don't know. We'll see you then. This has been the Western Cave Sports Network. Have a good evening.